All right, guys, I got a confession to make.
Confess.
Well, you weren't thinking about what that was. Did you look at that and think, what the hell is that?
I glanced at it.
Yeah, that's a microphone. This is a reality show called Ridin with Willy.
Love it.
I've been interviewing y'all
Hell yeah.
for a podcast that
Okay.
I produce.
That's beautiful.
Is it
Hey,
okay if I
podcast.
share your story with the
Share it.
listeners? All right.
Wow. It's time for another podcast episode of Riding with Willy, the Nashville Be Careful What You Share in a Rideshare reality podcast. The conversations are always candid, some hysterical, some poignant, and always amazing. And while the participants don't know initially they are being recorded, each has given permission to use their interviews in this podcast. So buckle up, and let's join Willy on this rolling rideshare Ride Around Nashville reality podcast.
So, Giuseppe, what's your story, my man? Where you from?
Oh, shoot. I was born in Belgium, raised in Canada, left home at a very young age, traveled all the way across Canada, did some of the United States, went back to Toronto, got onto a three-masted schooner. We sailed that puppy down to St. Lawrence. Okay. Don't get a sailor started with the sailing stories because a birthday or two might go by.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Tell me.
But here's the captain, right? This is before we hit. We were in the Great Lakes, and we got into a squall, and I'm at the helm. Captain's behind me, and here comes Reggie, the boat. He goes, Captain. He said, I think we need to refinish the sails. The captain goes, don't tell me what to do. I'm the cat. And that's as far as he got. The main, because we were a schooner, so we were gaff boom rigged. You know, we weren't like those pirate ships with the yard arms. This thing just, it snapped the boom, ripped the main sail down. Next thing you know, here we are lifting real hard to starboard. I turn around, he's nowhere to be found. So we dropped all the sails except for the jibs. We left one or two jibs up there because it was a bad storm. It was really bad. Once we got everything leveled out, we went looking for Norm. Where was he? He was down below. Yeah, it wasn't a finished dining room yet. That's why we were in Jamaica. Under a table, hugging his dog in the fetal position, going, it's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be like that. After that day, we stopped calling him Captain. Because his name was Norman Rogers. And I have to give him credit because him and his partner, an engineer, they bought a series of Empire tugboats, Second World War, big tugboats, 1,200 horsepower steam engines in there. They would go out and get battleships and whatever, you know, that's still floating and then drag them back. Well, anyway, him and his partner, and this is when I showed up because I wasn't there for the whole God blessed thing. They had taken this tugboat, poured concrete, took the engines out, put diesels in there, poured concrete, picked her stern up, and put these masts, instead of putting these masts like these telephone poles, right? That's what he should have done. Because these telephone poles will give a little. He goes and he gets Saskatchewan gas mine. And this is steel. It's like that metal pole right there, just a little thicker.
It don't bend, huh?
It don't bend. It did not give. That's the reason we snapped maize and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. We lost a lot of confidence in that fool. Anyway, we get to Montego Bay, right? And he goes, okay, me and Richard are going to go into town, going to round up a bunch of people. In fact, and the standing order was at midnight, or, shut off the walk-in engines. Well, him and his buddy went in and got these Jamaican patties, right? Well, we shut off, not the engines, but the walk-in freezer, cooler. The next day, we turn them back on, but this is Jamaica. The water is almost 80 stinking degrees. Here we get these people, like 40 or 50 people, and we set sail, and 40, 50 people in a 200-foot schooner doesn't look like much. You know what I mean? It's barely anything. He comes out of his little locker with these T90 little speakers, and we're all laughing at him and going, man, Korean Jam Down. I mean, these guys love their music. Everybody later on starts puking off the side. He's going, what's the problem? I said, well, I didn't say it. Reggie did. He was the first mate. He said, you told us to shut the walk-in coolers off. So guess what? Everything turned. He left to go to Toronto, him and his partner. And he had this big room. And he was eyeballing me and the chief. He's going, this ship does not leave this port while we're gone. Yeah, you know how long that lasted? I think about 3 days. Here comes this white dread, 400 pounds, white dread goes, can we get this thing to go out? He said, hell yeah. We told him a price and all that. Next thing you know, we got like 200 people on board. The party was on. Speakers, I'm telling you what, these speakers were like 6 feet by 3 feet. 4 of them, you could hear in Strawtown, in Jamaica, you can hear us. We had that thing, he was so pissed when he came back from Toronto. He was eyeballing me and the chief going, who took the ship out? And nobody said a word. There was 22 of us on board, 11 girls, 11 guys. But nobody said a word because at one point I got so pissed off at him, I figured out a way of stealing his liquor. And I would share it with everybody on board, everybody.
I'm Pat from New York, and I have Maryland pride.
I'm Andrew Nakel, and I have Maryland pride. Shout out Lori Nakel, a saint among women.
I'm Josh from Virginia, and Jason Aldean's Rooftop is the best bar in America.
My name's Henry Stout, and New Hampshire's the greatest state in the Union.
And we're riding with Willy.
So we have Lake
Yes.
and who else?
And Ivy.
Ivy, Lake and Ivy. Ivy Lake.
Yes.
That would be a cool place to go. Who'd you see tonight?
We went to, we went to a disco night at Brooklyn Bowl.
Okay.
It's like ABBA themed. It was cool. It was fun.
That had to be fun. That's
Yeah, it was
like
fun.
my generation.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
so, and then what was going on here? Was there a
We just-
concert?
We
or-
needed nachos.
Oh, okay.
Some food.
I like that. We needed nachos.
Yeah.
It was good.
The non-Taco Bell type.
Yes, exactly. If you've not had them, they are really great nachos.
Right there.
Yeah.
And how late do they serve?
Late. I mean, we're still going.
Yeah, we got there at a little
They serve
before
till 2 a.m.?
midnight. Probably, yeah.
That's so good to know because that's one of my beefs with Nashville is the lack of late night dining.
Right.
Yeah,
They close
everything
up so
closes
early.
Yeah. It feels like it's just gotten worse with COVID too.
Yes.
But they do have great nachos. Do like pork or veggie.
Bastion has the best nachos.
Yes.
Tell me what makes the nachos spectacular.
No, I
How do
mean,
they
like,
make them? Is it
If
a
I could
gooey
see,
one, or is it real cheese that's melted on, or is it like a queso that's poured all
It's
over?
kind of queso, yeah.
yeah. If I could see in there, I think I could form more of like
An opinion.
an opinion
I
on
just
them.
know that they taste good.
But they taste good.
And what style did you get?
We did
Veggie, yeah. like
Veggie. Okay.
They were great.
Were they black beans or?
It
They
was
do like
brown.
a vegan chorizo, yeah.
yeah.
Vegan chorizo, like pickled onions,
Okay.
Jalapeno,
Pickled jalapenos.
salsa.
yeah. Okay, so
Okay. Now you've officially made me hungry.
yeah, they're really
You
good.
gotta go through a drive-through.
No, see, that doesn't count.
That doesn't work. Okay, got it.
There's always Jack Browns. I feel like Jack Browns.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good.
There's only a couple late night spaces, and I feel like Jack Brown's is always my go.
There's
Okay,
Dino's, Jack Brown's.
I can't even want to go all the way to east for Dino's for sure.
I can't do Dino's only because,
Why?
it feels like it's a lot of people that I don't want to see.
Oh, so it's a personal thing. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
It's not a
definitely.
food thing. It's not a bad.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
I always run into people that I don't want to.
I think that if somebody was like, "Do you want to go to Dino's or do you want to go to Jack Brown's?" I'd be like, "Jack Brown's."
for sure. Yeah. Have you been to Gabby's?
I haven't.
I want to go there.
Yeah, I've
wanna
heard it's
try it.
really,
I
really
have
good.
to.
The burgers are like really good, but
But when you
they,
gotta
like,
have
sell out.
nachos,
Nachos.
when you gotta have nachos,
I think that Bastions is great. Otto's is really good.
Okay.
There's a place in Green Hills called El Palenque that does really good nachos. I love it there.
But after 11.
After 11
Bastion
would be
for
Bastion. I think you could go to Otto's. Otto's. I feel like Otto's serves till like 10:30.
Yeah.
They're open like they'll serve drinks till late, but food ends at like 10:30.
So, Jonathan, you're a meteorologist in the U.S. Navy. That's cool.
Yeah, right now I do my team does like safety of navigation. And,
Okay.
safety of flight. For basically we basically do weather for every naval aviation station east of Texas.
Okay.
And then we do all the safety we call it optimum ship routing, and we do that for every ship, pretty much every ship in the naval vessel, the Bank Coast Guard, and supply ship in the Atlantic. It's even easier than that. They just go, hey, we want to go here. We go, weather's not looking too good in this area. Just bump it to this location for a couple days or south. They send us an updated, track. Yeah, that was good.
It's fantastic. All right, what's your name, young lady?
Angie.
So Angie's here to see your country music birthday party, right?
I'm excited. I've always wanted to come out here. I'm from North Carolina, and so I'm just from the country family, kinda.
I want to see some blues. I like not a country person, but I love some blues.
Well, we have that here too. And what's your name?
Angie.
Angie. All right.
I do want to take her to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
That'll be fun.
Or is it Hall of Fame or is it both?
It's Country Music Hall of Fame Museum. Yeah, you can do that. You can tour the Ryman.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Grand Ole Opry. You got to get tickets for that.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
So, do you know what Clean Eats is?
Clean Eats. It's a healthy food restaurant. Heard of it?
No.
Okay.
So there's two here, and I own the one in Norfolk, and so I was trying to see the owner of this one, but he said he's going on a quarter-life crisis trip, and he's going to Spain. He said Barcelona for 5 days, then a gate cruise around the Mediterranean.
All right.
I love
So
it.
you own the Clean Eats
Yes.
franchise. Good for you. Tell me about Clean Eats.
So we are a lunch and dinner cafe, but we specialize in meal plan. So basically, you come and sit down, get a meal cheaper than McDonald's, and you know what you're eating and putting in your body, or we can make all your food for you for the week. But our menu changes every week, and it's not boring stuff. It's not like chicken, rice, and broccoli every week. Like, this week we have lobster mac and cheese.
You can choose from a high carb, low carb, high protein.
Diabetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a good variety. I basically only eat from there at this point.
Oh, you like it, huh? You're able to.
And I work.
But you're in Norfolk, right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, Miss Angie, once again, who's your favorite country music star?
Don't say
Chicken.
Austin. No. An actual country.
Who do you like?
She's young. She's about to be 25, so she
Just because I'm young don't mean nothing.
she might not be a fan of old country.
You know who was a
Classic
huge
country.
bop? Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Yeah, I don't know. I just listen to a lot. I do like John Party. I was listening to him a lot for his concert.
What about you, Mr. Jonathan? How old are you?
33.
Yeah, how long you two been dating?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
She said.
Yeah.
No, since March.
Okay, cool. So for your lives together, I'm going to ask Angie first. If your life was a country music song, what would it be? Together, your relationship.
Oh,
What would the song be?
It's the one the karaoke one you like to sing.
Oh, before he cheats.
Yeah.
You still holding on to your tires? All right, Jonathan, same question to you. If that, it doesn't have to be a country song because I know you're not a country fan. So,
If it like an actual song or like just
hey, you can make up a title. If you wrote a song, what would it be called?
something like about patience
Yeah.
or being open to, because we both had just gotten out of relationships. Mine was a marriage, and we both were like, yeah, we're not gonna date anybody for a while. And then we just kind of bumped into each other, and it was just pretty undeniable. So,
Well, there you go. There's your song title. Undeniable.
I would have regretted it. And she says the same thing.
That's a nice story.
I went into her store, and there's plenty of good-looking, charismatic dudes that go into her store on a daily basis. So when I walked in, I was just like, she probably is not impressed at all by me. And then I just started talking to her just casually, not flirting, not hitting on her. And we were talking about her sleep, how it wasn't going very well, and I offered her like some herbals, like solutions. Then I came back and like showed her a picture of the stuff, and then I came back again. Every time I just talked to her casually, and I guess she like that. So.
Here we are in love, in Nash, baby.
All right, guys, I got a confession to make.
Yeah.
Confess.
Well, you weren't thinking about what that was. Did you look at that and think, what the hell is that?
I
A tail.
glanced at it.
Yeah, that's a microphone. This is a reality show called Ridin with Willy.
Love it.
I've been interviewing y'all
Hell yeah.
for a podcast that
Okay.
I produce.
That's beautiful.
Is it
Hey,
okay if I
podcast.
share your story with the
Share it.
listeners? All right.
Hi, my name is Colin Davis, and I'm the host of D&D the podcast, and you're Riding with Willy.
So your name's Donovan, and your dad was a fan of the singer.
Yes.
That's great. That's a great story. You like working at AMC?
Yes, I do.
Good. What do you do here?
I just clean up after theaters, deliver food, scan tickets, the chores.
The chores. That's probably the worst part. All right. Quick question: who's cleaner, men or women in the bathroom?
Men, actually. I was
I know.
surprised.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
I went in the men's room, there was, sometimes someone will leave an entire burger on one of the counters in the bathroom.
What?
Yeah, there was just a tray on next to the sink on the counter. There was a burger in a tray. It was flipped upside down, and it had one bite taken out of it. And there were like a couple scattered fries. And it was just in the bathroom for some.
Is this the women's room or the men's?
The men's room.
Okay. Well,
But aside from the occasional outlier like that, usually the men's cleaner.
yeah. Yeah, that's the duty you don't want to get stuck with, right?
No, well, it's actually not that bad because if it.
Yeah, the clean. No, I'm talking cleaning the restroom. Like that's like what's the worst job in a theater?
Worst job running
Yeah.
food just because you have to walk so much. You have to, you're like constantly walking the whole time.
Uh huh.
And sometimes people do it for like 8 hours.
Mhm.
So at least you get your steps in.
I would imagine. Yeah.
The bathrooms aren't bad because if there's just stuff on the floor, you just sweep it up. And then you just check the paper towels and soap and stuff.
What's the best part about your job?
Um,
The free movies or
Free movies, probably.
yeah. How often do you get to use that though? Because you work, you got what?
It's
Are you
infinite.
are you in
get infinite
school?
free movies. You get infinite free movies.
How often do you get to use that?
I don't know. I haven't used it yet, just because there's no movies I want to go see.
Okay. What kind of movies are you into?
You into? Thor is about to release, and I'm gonna
Okay,
go
so
see
you're a
that.
Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like those movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you go to see a bad movie, you just at least there'll be a good film score.
Yeah.
Like at least the music will be good.
What's the best movie you've seen in the past year?
In the past year, I saw Doctor Strange, which was
The latest one?
yeah. Some
Yeah.
people didn't like it, but
Yeah, the multi-universe thing. Yeah.
I just like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I like the actor.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him as Sherlock Holmes?
I did not see him in Sherlock Holmes. I know he had a role in 1917, though.
Yeah, all right, see, what's up?
What's going on?
Still have a nice dinner?
Yes.
At the Chop House?
Yeah.
Heard good things about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, the corn is really good.
Okay.
Our steak was amazing. We had some good appetizers too. We had some good oysters.
Oh, yeah.
Tartar. I don't know if you eat some tartar. That was really good.
That salmon was.
What kind of cut did you have? Did you have a filet?
Had a ribeye.
There you go.
Yeah. I almost went for the New York.
But she said the ribeye was better.
She recommended the ribeye, so I got it. Everything was good.
Where y'all from?
Yeah. Right here.
Right here. All right.
Right on this side, actually. Yeah, we right here.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. Nashville, Tennessee. Where you from originally?
Nashville.
Nashville. Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are Nashville Yankees.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah, Nashville.
That's our career.
And all these people are coming
Are you
here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, you from Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm further south than y'all, so you can't call me a carpetbagger.
Well, Atlanta is like our second home.
We put sugar in the tea and leave it out of the cornbread. Right?
Yeah. We like sweet cornbread. If it ain't sweet.
Oh, come on. Really? You like muffins?
I like.
You like muffins?
I like hot water cornbread too. I ain't gonna lie, but you know,
That's all right.
I prefer this. Honestly, I don't eat no cornbread, but if I do, I might eat some hot water. It's good. If it's made right.
I like hot water because my granny makes the best hot water.
Granny does?
If it's made right, yeah.
That's sweet. So y'all having a date night?
Yeah.
Just
All right.
out to quiet time. Hanging out.
Singing.
We rode past that Chop House last weekend.
Uh-huh.
She said she wanted to try, so I said it's reservations.
But being that our reservations was at 9 and we still had to wait 45 minutes to sit down. Was
Okay,
crazy.
you had a 9 o'clock res.
But it was a good time. Though we had a good time.
Did they give you anything complimentary for the wait?
No,
but we got to kick it at the bar though. You know, had some shots and stuff. So.
There you go. Sounds like a nice evening.
Yeah.
That's how Eddie B.
How long y'all been a couple?
2.5 years.
2.5 years?
We took a little break.
We did, but it's still like 2 years.
We want to get over on this. Yeah, we took a little break, but we just started kicking it again maybe about a few weeks ago.
Well,
our break wasn't long.
Yeah, it was maybe like
3 months.
3 months. 3 months break. And like maybe like almost 3 years.
all right, so if your life together were a song or a movie, what would it be called?
A movie?
Movie will be called.
You got this because I have no idea.
You know, I would call it. What's that?
The Notebook.
No, I would call it. What's the one with the Faith Hill song?
Brown Sugar?
No, Hill.
What?
Where he flew the plane and stuff. Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. Okay, yeah.
But hold on, wait, because in Pearl Harbor, the best friend took the girl and shit because they thought he died. But no, not that. But you know, like the love story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Definitely Pearl Harbor. I say that. Ever seen Pearl Harbor? No, I think so. It's a good look. It's a good story, man.
Well, now you got something to watch.
Yes, I do.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, ain't it?
Yeah.
I love Ben Affleck.
I'm Sydney.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Allison.
I'm Taylor.
And we're from Nashville. And we're riding with Willy.
How'd you up in Nashville, Giuseppe? You're landlocked here.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to sell here.
But I'm trying to head right back out.
You want to sell again?
Well, I gotta get my knees fixed, you know, because they're not gonna take me on board if I'm hobbling around like a 70-year-old man. But if I do anything, I'll probably try to get on a cruise liner because I also play piano.
Yeah.
And I've entertained and stuff like that. So
Sing me something. Sing me a CD.
Look at me. I'm as happy as a kitten in a tree. And if I think of you, baby, okay, I'm making it up now. I think I see that your sweetness is nothing but the making it up right now.
Nice. What about an old sea shanty? You got one of them?
Oh, God. Now you're making me think back.
Yeah.
They're kind of dirty, too, so it's a lot of fun to sing.
Well, sing me one.
Hey, look, I'm trying to think of one. Hang on. I've got several of them going through the sea at lakes, spread them wide, and hang on.
Oh, my.
And they all have the same kind of, it's idiot, but there she was. There you go. Let me think of something. It's the first time since I've been here in Nashville that someone said, sing a sea shanty.
Well, hey, you're a sailor, man. You got to know a sea shanty or two.
Oh, yeah, I do.
When was the last time you sailed? When was the last time you worked as a sailor?
I've been here. Okay, now wait a minute. I worked at Elm Hill Marina for 20 years, okay?
Oh, so you were working here.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
been here a while.
Yeah, I've been here almost 40 years. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I worked at Elm Hill Marina when Ed Rafalowski owned it. And one of the best days that I remember was this guy out of Chicago, right? More money than common sense. Anyway, I got the dockmaster calls me on the radio and says, we need you down here for a second. Down there, and he introduces me to this guy. He goes, he just bought that sailboat sitting out there in the dock. Beautiful 30-footer. I'm talking, God, Lord, that's beautiful. He goes, but he doesn't know how to sail it. I said, here we go. And it was a good day. The wind wasn't too hard, but it was hard enough that, your butt might pucker up a little bit. So anyway, here we go, and I'm nice and easy with it. You know, we head out the buoys, and I'm nice and easy with it. And I told him, I said, okay, Slim, sir, you need to get up over there and hang on to something. So don't put the rails in the water. You know what? So just hang on to something. Watch this. Bam! I hit that wind, man. That son of a wind. I mean, the rail was in the water. And I said, I'm going to teach you how to do that. He said, wow. How did you? I said, don't worry about it. By the end of the day, he was a little scared about putting the rail in the water, but he can do it. He put the nose to wind. He jibed when he was supposed to. Because we're talking about a lake, a landlocked lake, 22 miles by 7 miles or something like that. So it's not like open water where you can set the sails and you can leave it for a day or two. Here you're jibing all the time, which is good lessons. They are good lessons. And I told him, I said, okay, here we go. You're going to do the whole 9 yards. I'm going to sit back here. Okay. He did a good job. He really did. And
So you taught him how to sail.
Yep. He thanked me at the very end. He shook my hand. He goes, what do I owe you? I said, don't worry about it. Just the look on your face when I put the rail in the water was payment enough. Even though I warned him. I said, but this is what could happen.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Riding with Willy, your Nashville Be Careful What You Share in a Rideshare Reality podcast. Be sure to subscribe here to catch each new weekly episode of Season 1. Look for us on social media and find us on the internet at pod615.com. Click on the Riding with Willy link for show notes and more information. Remember, all of the passengers in this show have given their permission to be featured. As always, thanks for listening. Riding with Willy is a podcast production from the Pod 615 and William Kitchen's Creative Group, Inc.
In Nash, baby.